Hey guys, it's Caffie, and it has been a while since I've come on and vlogged or done any type of journey video. I was kind of like hesitant. I wasn't really sure if I was going to share this with you guys or if I wanted to share this, but as I looked through videos on YouTube myself looking for information, I thought that I should add my input into the mix. So as you can tell by this title of this video, I'm in the process of getting a breast reduction done. So I'm in the process of trying to get breast reduction surgery. Okay, so where to start? So I'm going to tell you my process that I went through to even get to a plastic surgeon. All right, so probably just to begin my story, I probably developed when I was, I don't know, like 8 years old. I always say like I've had boobs since I was 8, and I had boobs. I think I remember by the time I finished elementary school, I was a B cup, and then by the time I finished middle school, I was a good full C. And then after that, probably high school, by the time I finished high school, I was like a good D. I feel like every like graduation, I got bigger. By the time I finished college, I was a double D, and then by the time I got into my 30s, I was a triple, to the point where now I'm like an FG, depending on the bra. So, and I do have 2 kids. I have 2 kids, and basically the cup went up with each child. So with both of my girls, I did nurse both of them for a year. And like most people, well, not most people, I would say people, they nurse. I mean, obviously their boobs get bigger, and then once they're done nursing, it kind of goes down. Mine did not. They just stayed where they were. So I remember when I finished nursing my first daughter, I was a E cup. Like I remember being like, oh, and I'm still an E. Like, oh my gosh. So that nothing changed with that. And since I had kind of visited this idea, say maybe about 6-7 years ago, but at that time I was also thinking about having kids, and I know that there is a possibility that you will not be able to nurse after the surgery. So I said, you know what, let me just have kids. And so now that we are done having kids, I'm definitely want to get the surgery done, and of course because they're just out of control and they won't stop growing. So my process was last July, so July of 2018, I went for my annual visit to my gynecologist, and I mentioned to him, hey, I want to get a breast reduction. How do I go about doing this? He sent me a referral over to an orthopedic surgeon because he said, especially if I wanted to have insurance pay for this, it would look better coming from an orthopedic doctor than it would be a gynecologist, because orthopedic doctors can support more of the need of having to have it done medically. So I went over to the orthopedic doctor. I had MRIs done on my back, and I do have some protruding disc in my back and that kind of thing. So I was sent over to do PT. Physical therapy didn't help me, so PT was not helping me. So and they were just kind of like, breast reduction surgery is a last resort, and you really don't want to get it unless you really have to. So we're going to send you over to pain management to see if that can help you. Now, I am not a fan of taking pills or medicine and that kind of thing, so I was not really happy about that decision. But I did what I was supposed to, because I wanted to make sure that once I did get there, that insurance would have nothing to say to come back to say that I didn't do anything to see if there was any other options. So went over to pain management, and the first thing that they did, they gave me trigger shot injections up here, in between my shoulder blades. That did absolutely nothing. So this is February. So yeah, so literally I was with pain, orthopedic, and PT all the fall of 2017 or 2018, sorry. And so now we are in January, February of 2018. Of 2019. Sorry, we're in January, February 2019, so this year. And I'm at pain management, and they gave me trigger shot injections that did not do anything. They gave me like muscle relaxers, or and they gave me anti-inflammatories. Didn't do anything. I took them like twice, and I was like, I can't do this because it's not doing anything. And what's the point of taking medicine if it's not going to do anything? From then, they actually went and did another MRI of my neck because of where the pain's coming from, and because I get like numbness down my arms. They went ahead and checked my neck, my MRI of my neck. Come to find out, I have protruding discs, like my C5, C6, protruding disc there. And then from there, they went to do an epidural shot, steroid shot, like in my neck, and then that did nothing. And then from there, again, I was told, oh, breast reduction surgery is last resort. You don't want to do this. I was referred over to a neurosurgeon, which I'm like, surgery on my spine, I think that's more last result than a breast reduction, but whatever. So I went over to the neurosurgeon, and this is now, what is this? This is now, what month are we in? June, May of 2018. I went over to see him, and he's like, yes, you have a protrusion, but it's not big enough for me to, to say that you need any kind of surgery on it, because it's not that, it's protruding, but it's not, not protruding that much. And then from there, he was like, I can give you a pain medicine. I know it's not going to really do anything for you, but if you want, I can kind of give you something to maybe alleviate a little bit. And I was like, well, look, this is the thing. The whole process started because I was asking about having a breast reduction, and I just kind of feel like I feel like that's what's really going to help me. And he said, I absolutely agree. He said, I will write you a note right now that I feel that it's medically necessary for you to have breast reduction. So from there, I waited in the office for a minute because he literally just like wrote in my medical note that it's medically necessary for me to have a reduction because, the size of my breast and all the stuff like that. And so from there, I literally went home, and I already had a surgeon that I knew that I wanted to, plastic surgeon that I knew that I wanted to use. So I got home, I called the office, and the reception said, hey, just have your doctors fax over all of your medical records, and we'll give you a call once we have them, and we can set up a consultation. Your first consultation will be with the physician assistant, first to make sure that everything like lines up and everything like that. So I faxed that over. They called me back a few days later, and then I had an appointment. It was about 2 weeks before I can get an appointment to even come in. So once I went in, so it is now June. June is when I went in for my consultation, and I met with the PA, and she kind of asked me, what's wrong. They took pictures of me. They took pictures of my indentions in my shoulders. They asked me like, do you get like rashes like underneath? Do you have indentions? Obviously back pain. They asked me what steps have I done? And basically they asked me what size would I like to go down to. I said a B cup, which I know like that would not even fit me. But realistically, no. I said no, maybe like a full C, small D. And then we talked some more about some stuff. You kind of told them how the surgery goes, what kind of like incisions they do, that when they reduce, that the insurance likes for you to at least reduce at least 500 cc's per breast. If insurance is going to pay for it, where she's like, you definitely have that. And then she just kind of also, so she just mentioned that usually when they do the reduction, they usually kind of go down to like a full C. Small D is kind of like the average size they kind of go down to. That's the side that they see the most relief in the body, issues. So like the back pain, stuff like that, is going down to that size. And then so she said they're gonna send everything over to insurance. So now I'm just in the process of waiting for insurance to approve it. She said it can take like 2 to 4 weeks for insurance to get back with you. I have a really good health insurance, and she says she's worked with that health insurance company before. Never had any problems with getting approved through them, so things look pretty good. So now I'm just in the process of waiting to hear back. And then once we get the approved for the insurance company, I'll then go back in and meet with the doctor, talk with him. He'll kind of do the same evaluation over, that she did. He'll do that again. And then from there, we'll schedule my surgery, and then we'll have surgery. So I'm hoping that I hear back from insurance, you know, fairly soon. It's been not even a week. It's been like 4 days since I've, you know, that's happened. And then so hopefully maybe by the end of summer, you know, that would be awesome. But yeah, so I just thought I would share my journey with you guys. You guys know I like sharing journeys, and since I have something to share, why not? And then plus, it's kind of nice just hearing information because, you know, you look it up on YouTube, and it's such a big decision to do. Am I nervous? Yes. Am I, you know, happy that I'm like this much closer to actually getting it done? Absolutely. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. So anyway, guys, let me know if you have any questions about anything, and I'll talk with you guys later.